Welcome everybody. Today we're going to be covering the new Justice League series, and this is issue 1. This series has had a big build-up, which started in Dark Knight's Metal and continued through the No Justice miniseries, and both of those series were amazing. So guys, we have high hopes for this new Justice League book. Enough of me rambling. Let's jump into the story. It's going to be a little confusing at first. We start off and we see what looks to be a giant comet of some sorts. Then we jump 85,000 years into the future. My God, Cal, I see it, Hourman. And it looks like Wonder Woman's there too. We then jump 85,000 years ago. After all, we then jump 5,000 years from now. Kamandi, that thing is headed toward Earth. Maybe we should turn the arc back. There's no time, Dr. Candace. We then jump to present day. Is that? Yes, Hara, the beginning and the end. Stranger, can we stop it? No, it would escape us, Ganthet. Besides, it's not up to us. And through all these times, the comet is present, and someone is telling us about it with this description. There is no warning. It simply breaks free, animates, and begins streaming toward the target behind it. Space-time swirls like road dust, and guys, I'm pretty positive we've never seen something like this, at least through my reading. I've never encountered something like this in the DC Universe. Anyways, we then jump to Washington, D.C., where we get to see the brand new Hall of Justice, and this is created after the No Justice comics and Dark Knight's Metal. On display is everyone's costumes in the front of the building, which is a tourist attraction, and the items on display are all depowered. Still, a committee calls in Batman and asks why he believed the displays were secure, and don't say because I'm Batman, one of the senators quoted. Batman responds that if you doubt me, that they should give it their best shot, at which point is possible. If you slow down the footage real slow, you can see Batman's face form, what some theorize to be his version of a smile. Let's get back to it, though. Justice League report in Martian Manhunter is hovering in space using his telepathy to connect the team. The Justice League are separated into small teams fighting different evolutionary types of enemies. Someone must have taken these 6 groups of Neanderthals down into pocket ecosystems in the Earth and steered them each to a different evolutionary purpose. My guess, Vandal Savage. John's right. They're trying to make the Earth theirs, as John's holding them tightly with his telepathy. He thinks they are his allies, his friends, even family. I'd have been away for a long time, as he marvels at them. We find out this attack has been 50,000 years in the making, and all planned by Vandal Savage. Yet, his friends fight without fear and are winning. Yet, John feels he is not worthy of his position, which he hides from them even as the tides turn him. John, something's happening, Cyborg says. The Earth's surface is breaking apart. Superman chimes in. It's not just breaking apart, it's being ejected from the planet, Hot Girl replied. John, are you seeing this? He does, and it almost breaks his concentration. On his planet, everyone lived connected until suddenly everything burned and died alone. He wills himself to hold on. Magic and the Earth's core is not the problem. Listen, everyone. Still your minds. If you do, I can collect everything you've encountered and piece it together. He figures it out. Batman, the Neanderthals of the North Pole's purpose was not to magnetize the Earth. The moon, its molten ring, has become a cyclotron to pull the crust. And for those of you who don't know what a cyclotron is, I'll give you the definition. You can understand exactly what's going on. It's an apparatus, basically, in which charged atomic and subatomic particles are accelerated by an alternating electric field while following an outward spiral or a circular path in a magnetic field. Still kind of complicated, but we'll get back to the story. We need to destroy it. Oh, I'll strike the moon at full speed as a Quonar, which is an extinct moon nester, guys. Basically, it's a dragon. Can you activate the bombs you planted long ago, Batman, inside, as I make impact? Bruce tries to act like he doesn't know what John's talking about. What bombs? Bruce, John says. Fine, Batman replies. John gives the plan a 50% chance of working, but he doesn't let anyone know. As he nears for impact, he gets chills of a danger behind the scenes, a greater darkness, and the moon explodes. We jump to where Vandal Savage is. We've lost the moon. Everyone's questioning him. Now do you doubt me? I saved your kind from extinction, no? Good, because this was just the first stage of my plan, and the next starts now, and we'll make good use of our new Injustice gang. Your plan will fail. We hear a voice say, and it turns out to be Lex Luthor. You chose justice, so your plan will fail, Savage. You have some guts coming here. And besides, aren't you the one playing hero? I am a hero, as Lex blasts him with some kind of gun. See, I know what you've hidden from me and every other human on this planet, the darkest secret in the universe, so I'm here to rescue you, Savage. And then we get a flashback to what happened on John's planet when everyone was connected and all died alone. After it caught fire, you see his child die and everyone's just literally died alone. It's kind of dark. It's pretty dark right there. John, it's Clark. Are you there? I am here, Kal-El, he says. Swamp Thing is rebinding the Earth. Batman, the subterranean threat has been repelled too. Superman? Arthur? Animal Man Vixen and I are going to get the Super Fauna to repair the ocean's currents. It looks like it's over. No, it's not. What is it, John? Batman replies. It's big, Bruce. We need to meet. Psychic boardroom starting now. John creates a boardroom out of their linked minds. Whoa, it feels so real. Thank you, Kendra. It will become more material the more often we use it. I know it's just my mind hugging you, John, but you did great, Flash says. So what's wrong? I brought you here because while at the moon, I detected something bigger in Savage's plan. The attack seemed premature, exclaimed Cyborg, like the tribes weren't ready, yet Savage's real plan was hoping the Earth's crust would drift out of orbit, move out of the way of what, Superman says. As you know, after a battle in the Dark Multiverse, the source wall was broken, and ever since the multiverse has been leaking energy. But moments ago, something came to life. Something containing all the wall's energy, like a battery or its core. This totality is headed straight towards Earth, and will impact in 3 minutes. Cyborg, can you get a read on it? Scanning now. Holy! The energy it's made up of is older than anything in the multiverse, but it's moving with a purpose. You think it's coming for a reason, Superman says? Maybe it can help if our multiverse is dying. Sure, like the Omega Titans, Kendra says. I don't know, but it's sending some kind of code, and it's mathematical, like ancient. There's a myth on New Genesis that the Source Wall was our incubator, and when the universe was ready, a messenger would come through with a code to evolve the universe. Whoa, 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 Flash says. For those of us just getting over blowing up the moon, you're saying the heart of the Source Wall is rocketing towards Earth and has the power to give limitless power, or could kill us all, and it hits in 3 minutes. 2 now, John chimes in. So what do we do, Flash says. We flash back to Vandal Savage and Lex, and he still has Vandal Savage frozen. The leaders of the evolutionary group decide they want to pledge their allegiance to Lex and become his Injustice gang. But he says no and drops them all into a pit. Back into the boardroom, the totality is passing Mars. We have a minute and a half. How would we even stop it, Vic says. Batman replies, we have a possible contingency. Of course, Batman always plans for everything. I just called him, Batman says. John's stored the Green Lantern Corps standing by, and he has a giant gun. His bullet contains a miniaturized omniversal wormhole encased in 10th metal. It should transport the totality outside the source wall, destroying it. We can give the order. Arthur agrees to destroy it. Wonder Woman doesn't agree. If our universe is dying, it is, if Hal's ratings are correct. We have a year, maybe less. It'll expel energy, then planets, then universes. Maybe that thing is the key. Hell, it's unknown, but so is the Speed Force, the Multiverse 2, and the Dark Multiverse. We need to see what this totality is, Cyborg says. We jump back to Vandal Savage and Lex. I want you to say it, Savage, that you knew all along what the Source Wall really was, and what was inside of it. Huh? Now who could that be? Don't do it, Luthor. We can join forces. Listen to me. No, you listen, Savage. You're the one person who knew the truth, you coward. Well, now the final moment is upon us, and you built an Injustice gang when you knew what this great moment really needed was a damn Legion. There are children listening somewhere. No, this is my base. That's what I let you think. But when I learned your secret, I had LexCorp acquire the contract and alter the construction. I put a monster in the basement. There is no basement. I have weapons from the future in the attic. There is no attic. Recognize this is a simple doorknob was the key, and you couldn't see it. Also, it's made up of the only thing that can kill you. Luthor, kill me if you must, but don't see the truth. It's too horrible. Oh, I know, and I can't wait. We jump back to the boardroom again. Barely a minute left. I guess it could be a blueprint, a way to evolve the universe from dinosaur to bird, or it could be a damn extinction level event. We have a responsibility to this planet. Right, John? I have something to say. I've been worried about my place on the team. I don't feel I deserve it. John, you just saved the planet. You are the Justice League. You would have figured all that out without me. In my absence, I was searching for answers about the death of my planet. I did not discover the spark that burned my planet, but what I did discover was why they burned. It was because we closed ourselves off from help. Once the spark lit, we disconnected from one another, so each of us died alone. My wife, my daughter, part of me. When I found you, you took me in again, and since then, my purpose was to connect you to each other. But I see now I may have something more to offer. There was no word for justice on my planet. It meant going beyond what was supposed to be possible, imposing a higher standard on the universe and ideal on Mars. We forgot that, which was to remain open and stay open to discovery. When I saw the totality, my vote was to destroy it. But my job is to not just connect you, it is to remind you that we are the ones to inspire to be better than we should be. Enough, call the vote, Chairman, Wonder Woman says. We jump to Lex and Vandal. Lex has some kind of round key, and he now sentences Vandal Savage to death and beats him with the key. Back to the boardroom. But suddenly he hears a cry, a shriek older than any human scream, a mind reaching out to him as it died, casting out all secrets. The shriek shook him so violently he lost connection, and from there he saw what was to come, things nobody would ever want to know. Even the laughter which evil would rise, and then he saw past this, and what he saw was himself alone. Just months from now, everything would be gone because this universe was built on an unseen door, and he and his friends just voted to unlock that door, and now all he wanted to do was go back and make them change their minds, and so he did. He reformed the boardroom, but it was too late. Everyone was already gone, so he watched the thing come and told himself what he seen wasn't true, that whatever lay inside the totality was good. Still, some part of him sensed otherwise, and then he knew the lines of the signal might very well point away from justice, downwards, to a word that sounded a lot more like, "Oh, John, here we go." In 3, 2, 1, Lex says, "Doom." That's it, guys. That brings our stories to a close today. Next issue is titled Doom on Earth, and if you all want us to cover that, then leave a like or comment below, and don't forget to subscribe. If you like this content we're bringing, I'm your host, Zach, and we'll see you next time. Peace.